Hello tech friends, today we've got another cover disc for you. This time we're looking at PC Zone April 1994 issue number 13. Look at this cover, we've got the Lawnmower Man. What a graphic. Sex and the Single Gardener, it says down there. We've got Mortal Kombat as well, Blood and Controversy. If you can get sex, if you can get violence on your cover, well, you're going to stand out, aren't you? And people are going to buy your magazine for just £2.95. And then we've got the cover disc itself, which has got Cannon Fodder on it as a demo. Let's have a little look through the first few pages of the magazine. Adverts, and then the contents. Mortal Kombat with a C, I note there. Something about Doom. We got a skull on here. Wow, this is really going to fuel the panic that would have been going on about computer games manipulating your mind, making you go out and kill things. Especially Cannon Fodder itself. Look, it's violent. It's tasteless. It's the most playable Zone cover disc yet. Let's get through to page 16 where it talks about Cannon Fodder a little bit here. There's an article about TIE Fighter. That is an excellent game. And what have we got over here? There's a tiny little piece here about Nightmare, which is looking for people who want to sign up to their second, third series. And their other show, Virtually Impossible. So they're asking for people to join. Man, Nightmare. What a show. What a show. A boring page. Another slightly boring page, and then this is worth noting. So this is about a game called Breach 3, right? And this is a little screenshot down here, and then underneath it says, see this? That's the bottom of your aquarium, that is. I mean, that is a Mary Whitehouse Experience reference. This is so British. And we also had a little cartoon at the bottom there too. Right, let's skip on. Here we go. Right, Cannon Fodder. Now look at this for a spread. This is just talking about the demo. It's talking about how to actually play the game. And we've got loads and loads of screenshots and different ways of playing it with bazookas, grenades, and just mowing down your enemies with gay abandon. This is made by Sensible Software, and they like to make games with tiny little people in. So we'll get to it in a moment. You might have heard of Sensible Golf, or the other big one would be Sensible Soccer and Sensible World of Soccer as well. They really specialised in tiny people. Fed up with namby-pamby games full of pretty frilly graphics and Nancy soundtracks, but gameplay suitable only for nerdish wimps? Course you are. That's why you need a deadly dose of the latest game to emerge from the hard-as-nails compilers of the Sensi Squaddies. So get that disc loaded now and prepare to die. Sensational. 2-page spread here, and it goes on to a third page. Again, more screenshots. Oh, that's a nice advert for Beneath a Steel Sky. That's a cracker, actually. And you can get this. I think this is in the public domain now. And you can play this through the Scum VM engine. Anyway, maybe we'll do a video on that at some point. But let's focus on this cover disc. Let's get DOSBox loaded up. We've got the game fired up in the A drive. Hold on a second. I thought we only had Cannon Fodder on this. Nope. We've got Cannon Fodder and something called Breakline. So let's install them both. Canon in the Canon folder. Breakline. Yeah, terrible joke. And those are in there. What does it say about Breakline? It says an incredible new twist on the ever popular Breakout game. Super VGA 386 and 2 megabytes required. Let's check them out. Obviously Cannon Fodder is the big hitter. So let's start with Breakline first. We've got a README file, which we can read, but there isn't much to say about it. Have fun. That's always good, isn't it? And let's just hit go and run this. Now, there's something a little off about the sound here, which could be the way DOSBox is interpreting it. Who can really say? But that's some pretty incredible graphics already out of the gate. Super VGA, you can see how crisp it is compared to some of the other things that we've looked at before. Okay, let's dive in. Nice little graphic. Welcome to the level 1 of Traman S Fortress. Traman S Fortress. Click to continue. Let's do that. And you were expecting a war, weren't you? I was too when I saw this. What a lot of stuff on the screen. Let's fire the little ball off. It's hard to know what's really what's really going on here, isn't it? We've got curved walls around the edges. The ball's moving in an unusual way. There must be some sort of gravity wells or fans firing these things around. The question is, what are the blocks you're actually supposed to be destroying? Look at that. The blue ball there, it's not even coming down to allow me to hit it. It's sort of stuck in a sort of gravity well, is the only way I can describe it. If I right click, I select between different weapons, and then if I hold down the left mouse button, I can sort of fire this off in a certain direction. And look, whoa, multi-ball. Oh, it's all gone a bit crazy, but it is destroying all the blocks, so I guess that's the right thing to do. But as for which blocks it is you're supposed to be destroying, which ones could it be? Must be all the coloured ones, and maybe those wooden ones with the little screws in the corner. Oh, it's tricky. Let's fire a load more balls. I mean, it's very nice to control, I'll say that. The mouse controls for games like Breakout are always the preferred way of doing this on the PC. And there we go, look, I've cleared the level. I'm not quite sure how I did it, but I did it nonetheless. Click to continue. It's loading the level 2. Traman 5 Fortress? That's not an easily readable font. Let's fire this off again. There's things there with numbers on. What do they do? Whoa, and something's firing back at me. Wasn't expecting that. So chaotic, I think, is probably the way to describe this. But I think it's quite a nice implementation of Breakout. I kind of wish it was maybe a little bit simpler, and there were little sort of bonuses that drop from the top of the board down to the bottom that I would then pick up. There's letters on the board. Not quite sure what those are referring to. On the right hand side, this must be the weapons I've got. Number 1 in weapon slot 1, and then in weapon slot 2. So let's... Oh, and then you can die. So let's try that again and hold down the fire button. Does that allow me to control where the ball... I haven't quite got the hang of how this works. Yeah, there we go. Number 1. I've selected number 1. And I keep dying. Anyway, complex probably doesn't cover it. Chaotic, not bad controls though. I really like the way the mouse is implemented here. Now the question is, how do we exit? The eternal question. I keep pressing escape. Alt and Q. Alt and Q. There we go. Return to quit. Hey, we did it. Alt and Q. Not sure where that was written. Okay, let's get on to Cannon Fodder now. Now this one, it doesn't seem to have sound. I haven't been able to get the sound to work with it. But we'll just go ahead and run it. Game is not in any way endorsed by the Royal British Legion. And you've got a big poppy on the screen, and that's a symbol of the Royal British Legion. So they clearly want to distance themselves from each other. Here are the people who work at Sensible Software, all dressed up. They've got a dog. Not quite sure what part he did. Staff morale, perhaps. We've got other people who are actually in it. And then coming over the hill here. Here are our recruits. This is a very light-hearted way to look at war. And the first few will be going through the gate now for the first mission. There we are, Jules and Jops. And then we click on it. And off we go. Mission 1, the Sensible Initiation. So you control your little people by left-clicking. We'll just get to that bit. Okay, here. Pretty difficult to see them. I mean, they're camouflage, aren't they? So hyper-realistic in that regard. And if we hold down the right mouse button, we fire at these things. They're people. They've got family. They've got friends, and now they're not coming home. Awful. So we get a little bit of a roll of honour if your teammates have done particularly well. Jules, I think, is going to get promoted. There he is. He's got 2 stripes. So's Jops. Excellent. Do they want to be promoted, though? Maybe they just want to stay on the front line. We've got more recruits. That particular battle has done so well. And when people die, I'll see if I can show you this. Well, let's just try the second level first. Bridge over the River Pye. lighthearted is about right. Look, these people are coming from the water. I feel like I have to do the sound effects for you so you can really see what's going on. Let's just get on dry land for a second and click on the map in the bottom left hand corner. You can see we're over here on the right hand side, and this is a much larger level. These two are out on their own. Oh no, we got Stu with us now, and we're firing at these people. Now are they firing back? They are. You don't really have much of a way to defend yourself in this game. I'd say it reminds me a little bit of Syndicate, in that you're sort of walking around as a crew, and I think you have the ability to separate your squad up and move them around independently. But we're just going to walk around as a squad today, really taking care of business. People in the water, they can't fight back. Oh, where's the honour? There's no capturing of soldiers in this. They are just, well, they're cannon fodder, aren't they? That's the whole point. It's quite hard to see some of the enemies in this on this map. What do we got down here? Is that a bird's nest? It looks like it. I think we'll leave that alone. Otherwise, one of the Attenboroughs will let us know that we're... Oh no! I think someone's carked it. Yes, they have. So Jops made it through, and so did Stu. But the first guy, he died. So we'll have to see his gravestone in a moment. Back on the main screen. Right, let's finish this mission. This one is in 2 parts. So we're on the second part now. These unsuspecting enemies, do they deserve to die? It's hard to say, isn't it? Well, they're going to die anyway. I guess in a way we all are. On we go. Let's follow this river. Let's follow this river around. This one said to destroy buildings, which is something I think you need to use grenades for, and we certainly don't have any grenades. So hopefully we'll get to pick those up in a bit. Pew pew pew. Is he dead? I think he's just a floating corpse now. It's going to haunt us forever. I notice we've got another recruit with us here. He must have been flown in at the last minute. RJ. I hope Jops and Stu can show him the way to kill and not think about it too much, to avoid post-traumatic stress disorder. Okay, let's just keep killing these fellows. Sorry, guys. I know you've got friends. Okay, right, here we go. So they're going to keep coming out of this little hut unless we destroy the hut, I think. Yeah, they're just going to keep on coming. But around the back, we've got a crate. And that's got some grenades in it. And if we just stand at a sensible distance, if we press both mouse buttons at the same time, we throw a grenade in, and there it goes. Mission complete. So it's a fun little game, isn't it? But is it always fun? No, of course not. Look at this. Jules has died with 2 stripes. But the other ones, they will battle on in his name. And then when you go back to the main screen, we've done the heroes bit. We know who's a hero. Look, we've got a little grave now to represent Jules. Isn't that incredible? So there we are. And look, it's got this home and away score at the top. Which is a bit off, isn't it? 50 people that we've killed, and they've killed one of ours. And I've seen this screen absolutely filled with graves as all of your people die. But they just keep on coming. These people just keep on coming. So there we are. It's quite a fun, light-hearted take on war. That's all I want to say about cannon fodder. Can I exit the game? Of course I can't. Thank you for watching.